Okay, and welcome to the pregame coaches corner show. We're joined by Broome head football coach Lynn Fleming. Well, coach, great atmosphere last Friday night. Great game for the community, and I tell you what, the fans got their money's worth as the Vikings and the Centurions went toe to toe for 4 quarters.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it was like you said, it was a great atmosphere, and we want our guys to play in big games. And that was a big game. It was a big stage for us, and the great thing about it wasn't too big for them. They played well. They played well all night for 4 quarters, and we didn't always play great, but we played hard. And that's the biggest things. So everything else we can fix and correct. And I guarantee you, if they play with that much excitement, and they play that hard every single football game, it's gonna be a fun year.
Again, a game like that had a lot of momentum in there, and people had talked about Spartan High, what a good defense they've got. Well, I'll tell you what, the Centurions played just as good, if not better, and showed that you've got an excellent defense this year too, because
Absolutely.
You shut them down. They had one drive the whole night for a touchdown after the turnover deep in your own territory, but you held them to one drive the whole night.
Yeah, they've our defense just continues to get better, and the biggest thing is they play fast. They play with a lot of confidence. They play. They know what they're doing. They know where to be, and they just do a great job of getting not only in position, but getting other guys coming to the football. And there's a lot of gang tackling. We got a lot of guys around the ball, which leads to the tip balls and the interceptions and things. We got a lot of guys that are flying around right now. We're able to play a lot of guys, which is good right now. So the Coach Sullivan and his staff are doing a great job of preparing these guys each week, and our guys are doing a great job of going out there and executing.
And you mentioned you had your depth right there, because I think a lot of people were thinking, well, God, they'll play them good for half, and then Spartanburg will physically wear them down the second half. And that wasn't the case. I mean, you were stuffing them right there to the very end of the game.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that our guys have done a good job is going out and practicing every week and practicing. We talked to them about us practicing game speed. We don't want to go out there and go for 3 hours. We want to go out there and we want to go for an hour and 45, 50 minutes, and we want it to be game-like, when we go out there to practice. And I think our guys have done a good job of preparing each week, and it's got them in better shape. They're getting a little bit better shape every week, and that's going to help us down the stretch. Talking
to Spartanburg's defense there, you did a good job of moving the football against them. That you were able, I think that J Mack had 80 yards rushing, and Kamaje had a good game back there too. And really, you talk about just a couple of plays, were a couple of drop passes away from probably scoring maybe 2 more scores in that ball game.
Yeah, well, we had some opportunities, and it was just great to be in that position. And we're somewhere down the road that we're going to make those plays, and we're going to win a big ball game because of it. You got to get there, and you got to be there before you can do it. And this was a great opportunity for our guys. And like I said, some of the plays that we missed on, we'll fix that, and those guys will make those plays down the stretch, and they're going to be big plays for us. And a couple of them already have. So we're just excited about that opportunity, and looking forward to putting that behind us and now focusing on Union County.
You had the opportunity, 2 minutes ago in the game, to go for the lead and the win right there, though. May or may not have gotten the ball back if you had to play for a tie, though. But just tell us what you're thinking there, because, I mean, in high school football, kicking an extra point is no given in those situations, even though Mason has not missed one this year, though. But I agreed 100% with your decision. But just talk about what went into making the decision whether to go for 2 points at that time.
Well, I think we knew when we scored we were going to go for 2, and it didn't have anything to do with not having confidence, not having faith in anything. We had all the confidence in the world in Mason. We just felt like that we were going to put it in our guys' hands to win a football game or lose a football game. We felt with 2 minutes to go, this it's going to be a 1-possession game, and we just felt like that we felt like we had an opportunity to seal the deal, and we didn't. The guy made a good play, and and we'll live with it. But I just wanted our guys to have an opportunity to win the football game and not, play for a tie and go for, looking to go into overtime or whatever. I had confidence in our guys, and I think they have confidence in each other, and to make that play. And I think that, again, that's going to be an experience down the road that is going to benefit us from being in that position, and and having that play to win a game, and because they don't come along every week. So we had opportunity and had experience to work on that, and again, I think that's going to win us a game in the playoffs.
All right, tonight you have the game against the team, Union County, that you actually played in your own jamboree back several weeks ago. Is it good in that case to play somebody you've got to play on your schedule? Is it helpful, or does it hurt? You got some film on them at least of what you tried to do, and I know you didn't try to show anything, a lot of what you'll do in the game, but do you think it's a positive or minus that you've already played them?
Well, you've already played. I really don't think it matters, to be honest with you, because you go out there and play them in that jamboree, you're not game planning. You're still going through things that you're trying to get better at and figure out what you're good at. They're a different football team, probably like we are, going into the week 4. So, I think now that, teams are game planning, they'll figure out what they want to take away and what they think they're doing well at the time, and, based on what their alignment. But I don't think it matters either way. I think, that early in the season you're not really concerned with who you're playing. You just want to line up and play.
Does it concern you in any way that you played so well against Spartanburg, and it would be good, a lot of people telling your guys, patting them on the back, hey, you played Spartanburg toe-to-toe, to maybe go into play and looking at Union County? I don't think it's won a game this year, and they've really struggled like that. And, maybe going in there with maybe not the same enthusiasm as you had playing Spartanburg last week.
Well, it's always a concern, but there's something different about this group, and there's been since we played our first game. These guys are, the experience, the maturity factor has definitely set in with them. I mean, we just kind of play here. We don't really get a roller coaster. We don't really get a up and down type deal. I mean, these guys, they just go out and play, and I think that's going to be the case with our guys this week. I think they're refocused. I think they were disappointed in the Spartanburg game, but I think they've refocused this week, and they understand that what they can be and what they are, and I think they've come out to get better this week, and I think very quickly they've turned their attention to Union County.
And I think all they'd have to do is look back to last year, because I think
Absolutely.
That's a game that everybody would want back. After playing Spartanburg, that Union County came over here, and that's probably one game the Centurions just really were not in the game, though, and would love to have had that one again at the end of the year.
And we reminded them of that as well. So,
okay, well, let's talk quickly about our 2 players of the week from this past week, though. That Brackett Brannon was the offensive player of the week, very deserving. That he makes things happen on offense, both running and throwing the ball, though. And then also about Tristan Cromer, who is doing good things for you on both sides of the ball too, catching the ball and playing on a very good defense this year.
Yeah, Kamaje's been steady for it. I've just been really proud of him, throughout the year, just how not only how he's played, how he's run the offense, he's running it like a guy that's had a year of experience under his belt, and which is exactly what he's had. And, I think this was the expectation coming out for him this year, is to, put him in position to win games for us. And he's done that, and I think he's getting even more familiar with what we're doing on offense. And, now I catch him, he's looking to the sideline if we call a play and he don't like it, I mean, he sees, he's starting to see that, and he's starting to understand it, and, he's getting better. He's starting to check off and practice some to get us in better play. So he's just a guy that's just understanding what's going on. And like I said, a lot of it's just the maturity factor and the experience factor. He's done a really good job. I've been really proud of him, because it's not real easy playing quarterback for me. But he has handled it well. I want to put them under that pressure to make sure that, they can handle Friday nights. And, You know, and he's done a tremendous job. And Tristan is, you know, that's the same thing. You know, we saw spurts of Tristan last year and what he could do, and you know, this year he's come out and he's really been a leader for us on the defense in the middle. You know, he had a big role to fill there. You know, with our leading tackler from last year, and he hadn't batted an eye. He stepped in. He's done a great job for us. You know, he's been a leader for us on that side of the ball. So much that, you know, we put him on offense and we use him at H-back, and he's a very physical blocker. He catches the ball well. He's had two big catches for us, and you know, Tristan, one of those, he just loves to play football. I mean, he just loves the game. He loves to be part of it. He wants to be involved in it. You know, he's got a good IQ of the game, and he plays like it. He just seems to always be in position, which is why he seems to have so many tackles each week.
You know, going back to the Knights game, Union County, it's been kind of a mystery this year because they always have big, strong, good athletes, but just really have not seemed to put it together this year. Mm-hmm. So, you know, what have you seen about them in the scouting report and looking at film?
Well, you know, one thing I've seen is they have the potential to put it together. You know, that's the thing, and you know, eventually I think they're gonna figure it out, and they're gonna be a dangerous team down the stretch. You know, offensively they have enough weapons on offense that, you know, they're doing a really good job of moving the football. You know, unfortunately they're kind of hurting themselves with some drives and stuff. You know, and I think once they figure out and they learn how to finish those drives, you know, they're a good offensive team. You know, defensively they continue to get better each week. You know, with doing what they're doing on the defense with the stack, you know, you don't know where guys are coming from. You know, they just keep you off balance just enough. You know, I think it's a team that has potential to be very good once they get in the region, and you know, and I think they're going to figure it out, and you know, we just hope it's not this week.
And looking back to the Jamboree, they put 22 points up on the board, and actually we had to come from behind to win the Jamboree.
We did,
which was probably good to be able to do that in a game situation like that, though. But what do you see the keys on offense and defense and special teams?
You know, for us offensively, it's just sustaining drives. You know, we you know, in the Jamboree, you know, our plays were, you know, kind of quick. You know, it's 1 and 2, 3 play drives, and you know, we, you know, not that we don't enjoy scoring, but you know, we want to. One of our big things we've had this year is our drives and the length of drives and the number of plays on drives, which keeps our defense on the field and keeps us fresh. You know, so we want to have drives, but the biggest thing, we want all of them to end in points. You know, we have to score each time we touch the football. Defensively, we just need to continue to fly around like we've been doing. You know, they run some option, severe scheme, which is very good. It forces you to play your assignments, and one missed assignment is going to lead to a big play. So we just have to make sure that we're keying on our assignments and play disciplined football and continue to play as fast as we've been playing. You know, yeah, I see special teams being a factor here. You know, I think we made a field goal the first time we played them, and you know, I see it coming down to that. I see, you know, returns, punts. I see it all being big Friday night, and you know, we need to be better in that phase of the game than they are.
Well, we look forward to going down to Union County. It seems like this is 3 out of the first 4 on the road, though. So again, it shouldn't be anything unusual for the guys playing away from home.
That's right.
But you got the big stretch coming up, though, at home here. But look forward to talking to you after the game, and good luck tonight.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.